Once again to Hills and Faces right here on Undefined Radio and undefinedradio.com. Appreciate you guys and gals tuning in today. As we talk about dirty tactics, talk about a lot of good stuff. We'll talk several little things today. Talk about some shows coming up, some big shows coming up. And as you see scrolling across the bottom of your screen right now, we do have breaking news that was announced Saturday night on After Dark. Brody Hawk is retiring from wrestling at the end of December. December 31st will be his last day in the pro wrestling business. Now, there's been a lot of conversation back and forth about, well, you said you couldn't really say you're retiring because you're not really retired. He will come back on special occasions for a one-off here or there, I'm sure, if I just need him to.
I'm sure.
But as far as actual regular wrestling and stuff like that, that's retirement.
Exactly.
I mean, it's like I may show up for an event.
This guy here.
So
I'm retired.
Active, week after week, you're pretty much retired.
Yeah.
Exactly. You can come back here and there, and that's cool. But
yeah, but I mean, so you're not going for title. I mean, because when you're wrestling, you're going for titles. That's what you should be doing anyway. If you're serious, you want to be part of the storyline. You want to be there every week. Play like me, cannot. And again, at my age and everything else, I mean, I rarely to none get in the ring anymore. So I'm retired. On special occasions,
special stuff.
Come back special stuff, and that's it. So
you're
I mean,
the GM of Crossroads.
So
there's something for you to do. And people say, well, that's not really retired. You're retired from in-ring competition.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm retired for in-ring competition.
And so we had a conversation on After Dark the other night, and After Dark was really good. I was really proud of the show Saturday night because we talked about a lot of things, especially this, and then those segued into some other stuff. But one, hey, what's up, Jeff? One of the particulars of the conversation, a guy that Chad Harlow, who runs Pale Horse Tattoos down in Houston.
Yeah.
Dude's awesome tattoo artist.
Very cool.
Holy crap. Yeah. And so after Saturday night, after we get done wrestling in Houston, we're going to the Pale Horse for some margaritas.
Oh, I hear you.
Yeah, check out his tattoo shop.
Very cool.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait. Cool. I'm kind of excited. It might be my favorite thing I'm going to be doing Saturday. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's going to be fun. It's one cool thing about this job, by the way, is that you get to meet lots of cool people. Even when you're a bad guy.
Yeah,
you still meet lots of cool people.
Yeah, sure you do.
That's a great thing about this business, right? But he made the comment. So they were talking about, you still got. I think it was Chad. I might have been wrong, but we were talking about, like me. There's no way I can come back as a manager or an announcer.
Yeah,
because my problem is I want to be in the ring.
Oh, I understand.
Because it's hard to put into words. And this is what I was trying to relay the other night. It's very difficult to put into words what it's like to perform as a wrestler in front of a crowd.
Yeah.
Because of what you do as a wrestler and what your job is as a wrestler, right? Like in theater.
And honestly, the feeling.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So, I did a lot of theater work, and you're a musician. So we've been on stage in front of different kinds of crowds and stuff like that. Yeah. But there's an expectation when they go to a rock concert or a country concert or whatever. Yeah. And when they go to theater, there's an expectation like, all right, here's the scene. They're going to see the scene.
Exactly.
But in professional wrestling, it's everything is so spontaneous.
It is spontaneous.
Right? So it's all improvisation and off the cuff, and no one knows what to expect. And if you're good, you bring the crowd in, you build them up the highs and the lows and all that stuff that it takes for you to do in the moment. Yeah. So you're playing to a plethora of emotions. Yeah. And so trying to explain that to people when you're the focal point of that, it's kind of difficult to explain because it's different.
It is.
It's just a different monster when you're in there doing that. And for me, that's hard to. When I retire, I don't know that I can come back and do the other things because all I want to do is be there. And as a manager, what I don't want to do would be I wouldn't want to go in there and take the shine off the workers because that's not a manager's job. A manager's job is really to enhance the matches, but it's also to take guys who maybe lack in, say, the speaking department.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
And help enhance that part of it. But a manager should never overshadow the workers. That's not the role of a manager.
I hate to say it, but I've seen some, and sometimes it's not the manager's fault because
sometimes it's needed.
Sometimes it's needed for them to but for the simple fact that if the guy's green or just not getting over and not like that, having a
manager can save these guys.
Yes, can,
especially if the manager's really good.
Yes,
so you can you can have that, and so that's a thing, and I would be afraid that I would overshadow some of the guys because I love to talk so much.
Exactly.
And there's a lot of guys that do. I mean, Jimmy Hart was great at that, but he was also a master at not overshadowing his guys. He was great at going in there and doing what he was supposed to do, you know, and getting the heat when it was needed and all the things, but lift his guys up. And I don't think they get celebrated enough at how good some of these managers really can be. But there's a lot of bad managers. That's why WWE doesn't use managers anymore.
Oh, I know. Exactly. She has so many. Yeah.
And as far as commentating, I can do commentating.
Oh, I can't.
As long as I'm
done
a heel.
But
it doesn't bring me the same pleasure.
No.
And so it would be difficult. And that's not to say that years down the road I would be against doing it. But it's just like I would imagine for Lawler being the king of Memphis all those years, right?
Yeah.
You're there. You're the show. Really. People are paying to come see you. They're paying to see Bill Dundee, all these guys. And then you go to WWE when you're still fairly young.
Yeah, I know he was.
You're still fairly young.
And you're stuck at the announce table.
And you're watching all these guys do the thing that you want to do in that spotlight.
Yeah.
Now, Lawler was brilliant because he was smart enough to use his voice, and he's just blessed with the way he can talk and how quick-witted he is. And parlay that so he really wouldn't be out of the spotlight, right? So he did enhance everything.
Oh, he did. But I'll tell you another thing about Lawler, too. If you notice what he did, he used that as stepping stone because he made a deal with McMahon like, if you're not going to let me wrestle here, I'm going to wrestle down south. Well, so he was still able to come down here,
That's right.
And because that's your passion, wrestling.
Well, and that's the thing, too. Is he can still go out and do other things. Like Memphis was his spot anyway, so he didn't have a problem doing that.
Yeah.
But that would be difficult. That would be difficult for me to do. So Brody ain't going to have that problem because he's going to Florida. Yeah, moving there in February.
Yeah, he is.
Right? So he's going to be on the beaches.
Yeah.
We are still doing After Dark, by the way. We've already solidified that.
No, y'all still going to do it. I hear you. Need to.
Yep. So we'll still do After Dark, but that's 4 months down the road.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
Because right now, though, we still fully invested.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, there's 4 months of terrorizing everybody. And we're about to crank that up a little bit. Y'all thought we were rough before. These next 4 months are going to be hell for folks.
Yeah, he's got to go out with a bang.
Oh, yeah. And we're going to. Hey, Vince, what's up, buddy?
I mean, you got to.
And so we're going to. And I hate it. It breaks my heart, really, because this is one of those things where, man, you just wish you would have done this years ago. Like me and Brody literally should have teamed up years ago.
Yeah.
We should have. As soon as he and Cody, once Cody retired and they had to step away, we should have gotten together and done this thing.
Yeah.
That's what should have happened. That's what really, because we are great together.
Yeah.
And I don't think either one of us knew just how great together we could be.
Yeah.
Until we started doing it.
Yeah.
And once you start feeding off somebody like that and you're really good at it.
Oh, yeah.
It comes second nature. It's just one of those things. What's up, dude? I was a commercial actor long before I came into wrestling, but it's more electrifying performing live. It really is.
Yeah, it is.
Angel, what's up? Hey, how you doing? But it's I don't know. It's one of those deals where it's tough, and I hate it so much because we are on an absolute roll. And somebody asked me about the Savage Brotherhood deal, right?
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's the end of the Savage Brotherhood. No. And Brody even said this the other night. This right here is more than one or two people.
No, well, yeah.
This started out with me and Junior.
No, I know it did.
All right.
Yeah.
This was me and Junior, my bodyguard.
I know. And where's Junior at?
I don't know, but I got to get
back. Man, we got to get him back in there.
Then Rooster came along.
Yeah.
Rooster's been a part of it.
Yeah.
So there have been guys in and out.
Mm-hmm.
It's just me and Brody have made this thing where it's.
Oh, yeah. You took it to the next level. That's what you did.
So now it's going to be about after December. Who can fill those shoes?
I got an idea.
And then one day, who can fill my shoes, right? Because that's what I hope to do with this shield right here.
Yeah.
That's what I hope to do with this.
Yeah.
I am great, Angel. Couldn't be happier. Just got done with a workout. Looking sexy as ever. I know. Calm down. But you know. Chance says when it works, it works. Of course, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Because Jennifer watch this and go, wait, is he flirting? I always flirt with everybody. So it's just what it is. That lady offered me $100 to give her a lap dance all night, not Angel.
And you didn't do it?
No, you should have seen it.
Well, don't make $100.
Dude, once you reach into the saggies
and
start bringing out some boob sweat money, I can't do it.
I guess you're right.
I cannot do that. I ain't doing boob sweat money. but nobody.
Mm.
I better take that on back. I get it. It was $100, and she had that $100 bill sitting right there. Even after the match, she's like, I'm like, I don't think I will. Don't think I will,
dude. Mm.
I mean, it's just one of those things, man. It's just like,
well, for me, you know, I was asked to be the general manager. Like, go back to that. It was asked to be general manager, and again, I rarely even. I mean, you might as well say I've been retired for several years because that's been, you know, once or twice a year is all I'm able to wrestle.
what's up, Terry?
That's it. It's all I'm able to wrestle.
Well,
and as far as me, you know, they said I had to end my, you know, okay, you can't wrestle, can't be in, okay. I mean, I might as well do it anyway if it helps. And another way I looked at it, it helped the company. If it helps the company and helps the company grow, then I'll be GM.
Well, that's the thing too, right? So then I often wonder what's it gonna be like. I mean, afterwards. But honestly, I got at least 2 years to think about it.
Well, you do. I mean, you got plenty of time to think about it. But what gets me on mine, okay, like we're doing that show in the second, I'm able to be there because I'm rarely able to be at any of the live events
on the 9th.
On the 9th, exactly, September the 9th. I'll be there. And is it weird not going out there? Yeah, sure it is. It's weird, you know, getting in that ring and having street clothes on.
Oh yeah,
making announcements of whatever I got to do, and I might not even go out the front. I might be in the back all night, you know, running business back there. It's according, and again, it's according to what I'm needed to do. If I'm needed to go out there, if something happens while I'm there, there's some shenanigans or whatever, and I need to go out there and put a stop to it or whatever, or make a decision, I will. And if not, I'll be in the back, you know, with the boys.
Good afternoon, Mark. How's it going, buddy? And by the way, shout out to Mark. Shout out to Jeff. Angel, they all got their shirts. Other guys who ordered shirts, I got them coming. We had to order some extra shirts, the bigger sizes, because I only had a couple of them. Because I didn't realize how many people wanted these shirts. So we've had to order the shirts. We're waiting on them to come in. We'll get them pressed, and we will get them out to you guys. If you need a size 2X, 3X, 4X, whatever, you need to let me know so I can get those ordered. Especially now as we're doing this initial run, this second run of these shirts. We will have those out. We got some Crossroads shirts we will have on September the 9th at that show. We will have Crossroads shirts available then. So if you're wanting one and there's a special size you need, because I'm just going to we're ordering medium, large, extra large, a couple of 2Xs and a couple of smalls. Yeah. We'll do that, but a lot of that's going to be right there in the sweet spot with the large and the extra large. That's what people get the most of. Yeah. So if you want a special size shirt, you're going to have to let me know for those Crossroads shirts because I'm not ordering just an extravagant amount. I don't want to be stuck with a bunch of 2Xs and 3Xs that we're not going to sell.
Oh, I understand. Well, you get the same thing with Roxy Love shirts. I got a ton of them that are now. Oh, do you also say you want to mention that right there? Let me
show y'all something. So, well, I'm not going to take it down. I'll take the sit behind me.
Yeah.
Let's just do that. Shirts are $20.
Yep.
That's right, Barry. Lunchtime it is. I know my shirt is on the way. It sure will be. Chance, we had to order another 2X. So once it gets there, we'll get it pressed and get it out to you, buddy. Because we are completely out 2Xs and 3Xs. I did not order hardly any of those. So we put in the order last night for those. So just bear with us and it will be coming. Promise you. But you see this belt up here right behind me, up top. So on the 9th, that will be signed by everybody at the Crossroads show.
Yes.
Right? It will be signed by everybody at the Crossroads show. We're going to raffle that belt away.
Yep.
That was the original RCW Heavyweight Championship.
Yes, it was.
So
it was held by Crowley.
That's right. So that Reels. Championship right there, and RCW was a precursor to what Crossroads is now. So we thought it would be a great time to sign that thing, to give it away, and raffle it off. And we're going to do that September 9th. It'll be $5 a ticket to do that, to get your name in the hat for the raffle. And we will be raffling that off. All the guys will sign it there.
Yep.
Guys like Big Lou, Legend, Memphis Spice. Johnny Dawson will be down there from Bluff City. Of course, Brody, myself, Jay Lone Wolf. I mean, there'll be a lot of us there that's going to do it. You'll have Dread the Clown there. Vicious High will be there.
Yep.
A lot of guys. Some guys you've maybe never seen before too. Legit be there.
Be
even an old legend.
Yeah.
Jumping Jeff Farmer is going to be there.
Yes, he is. The legend.
That's right.
Legendary.
Exactly. So we got a lot of things that are happening September 9th at that Crossroads show. Yeah. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited about the Crossroads show.
I am too.
It's Lewisburg High School. We have a meet and greet at 3:00. Wrestling starts at 4:00. But now the event starts at 10 a.m. because we're going to have jumping houses, food trucks, vendor booths, cornhole tournament. There's a lot going on. This is Patriot Fest, and Lewisburg High School is putting this on for the band boosters, for their marching band. Now, this is a big fundraiser for them. So tickets for the wrestling are great, man. And so come on, get your tickets. Join us for a great evening. Come and meet the guys.
Yeah.
I promise you, it will be an exciting show. More than your money's worth. We deliver more than what you expect. And that's the way it should be.
The card's building. That's all I'm going to say. The card is looking really good. It's going to be awesome.
The winner of the Sign Championship is going to have a piece of wrestling history, and that is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Most definitely.
So there's that. I mean, it's going to be cool. Now, I thought about how can we do raffles where people can actually get a raffle ticket who aren't going to be at the event but still want to participate in it.
Yeah.
I'm working on that.
Yeah.
I'm working on that, on how to do that and how best to do that. So I'll let you know more about that next week as we get closer to the event, because next week will be 2 weeks out, and we'll really be pushing that. Like I said, it'll be autographed by everybody there. So get ready for it. September 9th, it's going to be a huge event. But we got a lot of huge events this weekend. Friday night, MIW, Big Daddy, your MIW heavyweight champion.
Yeah, I saw it over there. I was going to ask you some questions about that.
You can ask me all you want to. Ask me. Let me promote these, and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Barry definitely will be there Saturday. Tiger Williams will be there Saturday.
Awesome.
So, I mean, it's going to be a big show on the night. It will
yes,
be a big
it will
show.
be.
But MIW this Friday night. Then we've got Bluff City free TV tape on Saturday. Eureka True Vine Baptist Church. Doors open at 1. Bell time is at 2. Get your seats. Get ready. That's going to be action packed. Got a lot of new faces coming in.
Yeah, it is.
The shows have been red hot. For Bluff. So excited. Looking forward to that. That's going to be a blast. Check us out every Saturday, 11:30 CW30. That 30-minute show. I love the 30-minute format. People keep asking about the hour. I love the 30 minutes. I just think we need more content on the YouTube channel. And I think we'd be doing great. So, but not, and all that is actually in the works. So, just not giving anything away, but just be ready for additional content coming from Bluff City.
Oh yeah.
Also, we've got Houston, Mississippi, Saturday night. Mm-hmm. So we leave directly from Bluff. Got to travel all the way down to Houston. The big show for OWO down there. A lot of stuff. Yeah. Number one contenders match again with Chris Adams, who I made number one contender. You're welcome, buddy. And then after I get done doing what I do Saturday night and all the surprises that happen, Jake Griffith, I got a special surprise for you, dude. Dread the Clown will be down there, by the way. A lot of young new faces down at OWO as well. A lot of talent. Barry Wolf will be there. Yeah. I think Barry's going to be there. And then the Hosey brothers, I believe, will be there. Justin Klein, the Frat Row hero, Brandon Savage will be there. A lot of guys are going to be there. It's going to be a big show. Then afterwards, we're going to go and party. Party at the Pale Horse. It's margarita time. I'm excited. It's going to be a big weekend of wrestling. Huge weekend of wrestling. I'm on sponsor trail today trying to wrap up a few more dollars in the last 25 days. Yeah, probably a good idea. All right, so ask me about said you want to ask me about that.
Well, now, I heard rumors and I saw a little thing on Facebook. And from what I hear, it was pretty much a technical match.
Hell yeah.
I know you can go technical.
I've told them. Yeah, I try to warn them.
Oh, I know.
Just because I go and punch people in the mouth all the time, they don't think I can do it.
I'm going to tell people about it. Okay, when I was trained, like I said, you were one of the main people that trained me, period. You, Howard, Scott Pardo, all them, y'all trained me, But the thing is, I made a lot of the chain wrestling, and they don't understand a lot of the chain wrestling, because that was my main thing is when I was wrestling, I was very technical. And what do they think I learned? I learned most of the technical stuff was you and Wraith.
Mm-hmm.
You and Wraith are the two.
We spent a lot of time on that.
We spent a lot of time on my technical prowess, and I was y'all got me good at it. So I mean, people that think that you can't chain wrestle or y'all you use as a big fist like that, that's all you are like that. They're sadly mistaken. You know, I always, because you know me, I'm always going to give you props.
Yeah.
Now, the way you do things in the ring, sometimes I don't care for. But as far as your ability, I've never had
that's
one ounce of problem, you know, with your ability.
I think that's where I get insulted at the most. Is people think because I'm this big dude, I'm stupid, and I can't do anything technical. That all I can do is beat you up. That is not true.
No,
it's just beating you up is oftentimes just easier.
Well, yeah,
you know, and I enjoy it. You know, doesn't mean I can't do the other stuff. And Hollywood found that out the hard way.
I know.
When I started snatching him all around that ring, I was like, wait a second. He wasn't expecting that. He was expecting what happened the weekend before. We were going to fisticuffs, and it's just going to be a big, brutal match. No, it was not. No, it was not. I locked him up and shut him down because I told you guys, professional wrestler, right? Professional wrestler. That means I can do it all.
Yeah, I know.
And you guys out here thinking, some of you guys are just one-trick ponies. All right, you do one thing and you get tunnel vision and you can't adapt and do different things. I tell you, I don't have the same match every time.
No,
I always switch it up, so you never know what I'm going to do. Period. That's how it should be. I am a master tactician. It's just what it is. You know, that's what I believe in. That's how I was raised.
Yeah,
I was always raised that you have to put a lot of thought in everything you do.
Yeah.
Growing up in sports, my dad taught me early.
Yeah.
In baseball and in football, you know, when you're out there, you got to figure out where everybody's going to be at. How's this going to work? Which side should you exploit? What weakness should you exploit? Exactly. I grew up with that mentality, right? Yeah. I grew up, especially because I grew up as a small guy. I was thin.
I remember.
So when you're thin and you're small and big guys are bigger than you, you have to figure out ways to get around it and get over them. All right.
Exactly.
And defeat them in different ways. You just have to figure it out. It just so happens that I put a lot of time into not being small anymore.
Yeah.
Right. But the other part never goes away because I'm always thinking.
Yeah.
And I've tried to tell these guys that, but they don't understand it. It's what makes me dangerous.
Exactly.
And so that's part of it too. Yeah. And so you do that stuff, and then I knocked his ass clean out.
Yeah, that's what we're going to get around to.
No, but here's the reason. He brought a chair into the match, got caught with it, then tried to pull out some brass knuckles and use them on me.
Okay, hang on.
So I was like, okay. So I pulled out a chain and laid him out. I'm like, dude, we could have did this the other way.
Okay, well,
you tried to cheat.
That's what I was going to ask you. Okay,
you tried to cheat.
Who went first?
He did.
Oh, he did.
He did. That's what I'm telling you.
I know. And I want to explain to people that one thing you don't do is you don't lie.
No. He did it. He pulled, dude, you can watch it. He pulled the chair in, right?
Yeah.
So I was going for the leg. He kicked me off, and I hit the turnbuckle and caught my throat on the top.
Yeah.
My gum split in half, almost choked me to death.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm serious. You see it keep coming out in pieces. I was like, oh, my God. So my eyes started watering, you know, and then I didn't see what was happening behind me. When I got up, I heard something, but I didn't know what it was. And then I was getting up, and I turned around. The ref at that point had caught him, and I saw the knuckles in his deal, and the ref snatched them off his hand. I'm like, oh, hell no. I snatched that chain out. Bam!
Yeah.
Out.
Well, I'm not even going to ask why you brought a chain, but
I always carry a chain.
But
dude, I always carry a chain.
I know that, but hang on. Let me ask you this: Had you? Well, I know that over everybody. But did you so at no point besides then did you pull the chain out?
No, dude. When I tell you, I wrestled his ass, and locked him down. That is no BS. The whole match is for the world to see.
Well, I'm okay and like
locked
I said,
him down.
I mean,
because it's about proving a point.
Well, I think it is too, and that's one thing what we all discussed before. So, I mean, I'll reiterate this. So, I'm actually going to be on your side on this one. I'm going to tell you why, because he pulled it first.
He did. He's supposed to be this hero.
I'm not going to freak everybody out that they could be but no, I agree with you because what we always say, if you come in there and you try to hit me with the chair, or you even hit me with the chair, or you hit me with the chain or whatever, and I get a chance to get some retribution, guess what I'm going to do? You know, I'm not going to start it,
but I tell these guys,
I'm going to finish it.
If you're going to try to pull some stuff on me, don't ever do that. Yeah, because I'm going to beat you at that game.
Now, again,
that's a game I'm going to beat you at every time.
And we talked about it last week. If it's no holds barred like that, oh yeah, I'll initiate in something. Sure, I will. If it's no holds barred, no disqualification. I might hit you with the chain first, if it's no,
but that ain't what this was.
But if it's not, if it's a straight match, I want to sit there and try to go as clean as possible on that match. and use skills to beat you. But like I said, if you introduce a chain in there, if you introduce a chair or something like that, well, yeah, then we're going,
Hollywood wasn't so hood after getting knocked out. True.
But yeah, I mean,
the match was clean until Hollywood pulled out a chair and brass knuckles as he got what was coming. Barry says he is actually telling the truth. Hood pulled chair and knucks first.
Well,
they saw it,
and it disappoints me in Hollywood. It does, because it's.
Well, this is what desperate people do. Yeah. When you know you're outclassed and outmatched, and you think you know what's going to happen, and it goes completely opposite. Because he had a game plan that we were going to go toe to toe. Because Hollywood's a tough guy. He is. I'd take nothing away from him.
Exactly.
And I fought a lot of tough guys.
Yeah.
The difference is that you can't just be one dimensional, and you can't just believe that your opponent is one dimensional.
No, but
that's why I always adapt. Always change it up.
I know,
and leave them guessing.
And it's what we always disagree on. To me, I'd rather go toe to toe for you. I'd rather go toe to toe with you. Fair. Right down. Fair and everything else. If I get beat, I'm gonna get to shake your hand. But no, if you knock me out with a chain and I hadn't done anything, well, yeah, then I'm not going to want to go shake your hand.
Oh, no. Then Storm knocked him the F out. True.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, buddy. I'm telling you. But that's true. So,
yeah.
And that's what I tell these guys. I'm like, when people say, well, you got, again, and I know we beat this dead horse, but this is the point you've got to emphasize to these young guys coming up. Stop trying to pretend it's your time. Stop trying to pretend that people owe you something. You have to earn it.
You always have. We have
and to earn it, you have to be more than one dimensional. You have to go out there and prove you're capable of doing it.
Exactly.
Dude, I know every trick in the book. I've written a few chapters in that book. Believe it if you want to or not, but I prove it every time. Stuff I do is not pretty, but it is so effective.
Yeah.
It is just super effective. And, dude, when I tell you, I laid waste to him. With that right, it was one of the prettiest rights I think I've ever thrown. But I was so mad when I was like, this dude's going to pretend to be a hero. Because you know how I feel about hypocrisy.
I know. And that's why.
Don't claim to be a hero and act like a villain.
And I agree with you on that. Now, let me ask, the only other reason that I would say that he would have had a reason to do that first is if you would have, say, screwed him or hit him with a chair or something like that on the first match, if that makes any sense. If that was true, but if he was doing all that,
I'm gonna show y'all something. And here's the thing. Let me show you that. Just so you can see it, folks.
Yeah, there's a referee taking the knucks off of him.
So he's taking the knucks off of him right there. Right there. Right back. We're gonna pull this up and I'm gonna show you a better view of it. Because this right here was everything. This is what happened. I'm gonna show you. Because don't think for a second. That's a big sexy son of a bitch right there. I ain't even lying. All right, here we go. I'm going to share the screen so you guys can see it. Lunch over, see you tomorrow, Barry. But I'm going to let y'all see this. Let me add the source right here. No, let's don't do that. Let's share screen. Let's do that. Get right here on Facebook. Y'all can see it. So I want y'all to see this. All right, y'all see it, right? You see this right here. Here we go. I'm going to play it for you. Watch. Again, see the thing fall down.
Yeah.
Right? Watch. Grabs the chair.
You hadn't cheated.
I was doing it. Right, you kicked me off of the
Yeah.
Not been working. He got so close. Grab this chair. That wasn't good. But he already came out there knowing he was going to try to do something dirty, right? When I grabbed
Pass off for that.
Cheater!
I tell him, real professional wrestler right here, honey.
Yeah, that's why you had to
Real
cheat. That's why you had
professional
to cheat.
wrestler
That's
right
why
here.
you had to cheat.
He's the one trying to hit me, sweetheart. Pay attention.
Professional cheater.
Damn do that.
So,
All right.
folks,
Like,
you tell me, right or wrong.
oh no, what did I tell you? If he did that first, I mean, I can't take up for him, and I can't if he tried to hit you with the chair for now. Which I said, and I want to take you at your word. No, it's that was like if you had been working that chain the whole match.
It's a different story.
Yeah.
But I didn't. The whole match is right there. Young Gun said. I simply out wrestled him, and it frustrated him. It just frustrated him because everything he tried to do was not working.
I understand.
And I get when you get frustrated, but this is why I tell people you got to be more than one dimensional. You can't just make your living off of one style. You've got to be fluid.
Yeah.
All right. You got to be able to evolve your style. I've had to over the years.
Yeah.
And I've learned the best offense is an ever evolving offense where people can't guess what's about to happen. They don't know what you're about to do. People have no idea.
I don't know what the last few times I've been in the ring, what we do, you know that because you wanted to help me. We said we had to rearrange everything because I am older. I can't do everything I used to do.
So you have to adapt.
Evolve.
You have to change and you have to evolve. If you're not doing that, you're just going out there to get punked out.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm serious. I mean, because if I can see everything that's coming, dude, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
You're in trouble. It's like, the last time I didn't realize Hood was as strong as he was, right? I knew he was a big guy, but I didn't think he was strong. So he gave me a couple good shoves down on the first match. I'm like, okay, because I'm a strong dude.
Yeah.
And he insulted me this time because when we locked up, we pushed each other off, right? We just backed up a couple steps. Yeah. He's like, oh, he's been working out. I'm like, dude, I always work out. I'm a lot stronger than you trying to give me credit for. Just look. I said, so, because I knew after last time, like, oh, he's stronger than I gave him credit for because he's a big guy. You see a lot of these big guys who don't have any muscle definition. You don't know either way.
Yeah.
He's a little stronger than I gave him credit for. So I'm like, okay, well, I won't make that mistake again. And didn't. So what did I do? Snatched a hold, took him down, and that's where we stayed.
Yeah.
I did not let him get up.
Yeah.
Just didn't let him get up. He tried a couple times. It ain't happening. Right? And this is what happens when you don't adapt.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you don't adapt. That's why I tell these guys, ain't nobody in MIW getting that belt until I decide I'm done.
Yeah.
So you're looking at your MIW heavyweight champion for a long time. You better get used to it. And that's not the only one. Crossroads. When we introduce those belts, when they come, we got those in the makings right now, by the way.
Yeah, we do.
Dude, and I get it. And this is where the controversy will be at, especially. Will be this, all right? Because when you're running a promotion, what's the one thing people always whine and complain about? Well, the promoter just puts a belt on themselves or on his friends. First of all, I have a lot of friends. Second of all, I don't put belts on anybody. And the third thing is I don't make all the decisions. So this is a truly a 3-person job on this board that makes the decision. So what is best for this company? What do we do here?
Exactly.
And so the best person for the job is the ones who get the title opportunities.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. If that means I get a title opportunity because I'm one of the best out there, that's what it means. Now, if I'm one of the worst out there and I get no title opportunities, well, guess what that means? You suck. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
So that means I have to work harder to get those opportunities. But that's and I want everybody to have that mindset. You can get a title shot.
Yes.
You can be a champion, but you got to work your butt off it. You got to earn it. It's not going to be given.
I said that for you exactly. We've discussed this many times because especially the boys in the back, we've had this trouble anyway. There's certain people in the back, especially when I got GM through a fit.
Yeah. Yes.
They threw a fit. And that's fine. But one thing, and you know this from me, I'm going to be fair. I don't care what they think in the back. I'm going to be. They was like, oh, I know who you're going to give it to. And yes, okay, Dread the Clown. Yes, everybody knows. No, he's I love him like he's my own flesh and blood, and I love the kid. Help train him and everything else. And I'm proud of everything. Walking down the thing. Do I like where he's doing now? No, but the thing, does he need to do it? Yes. So I'll even say that where he's at now. In his career is where he needs to be. But the thing is, I'm thinking, oh, no, he's going to get all the opportunities. No, he's got to earn it like everybody else. You know,
Well, and that's how it should be. And
they're
again,
going to have to. I'm not going to give it to him
when I see these young guys,
because I would be doing him a disfavor
Oh,
if
of
I just
course.
give it to him.
well, nobody should be given anything.
No.
It has to be something you earn.
Exactly.
And the worst thing about the wrestling business today is the fact that everybody believes they deserve and are entitled to something, and no,
Exactly.
you are not.
You're not.
I don't care how long you've been in the business. That doesn't make you worthy
No.
of getting anything. How much work are you putting in? What are you?
Exactly.
Are you making the promotion better? Are you making the
Exactly.
company better? Are you making?
Are you putting
are-
asses in the seat?
Are you putting asses in the seats? And do you make those fans
Exactly.
want to come back? Here's the
Exactly.
thing about wrestling: you don't have to be a WWE superstar, an AEW superstar, whatever, TNA, Ring of Honor. You don't have to be any of that to make people want to come out and see you.
No.
And independent wrestling, you're not going to draw super big crowds. There are some that draw some very nice
Oh
crowds.
yeah,
right?
sure.
But the point is that if people pay their money to come see you, and they say, "Hey, I'm going to go out here and pay my $10 to buy a seat,
Yeah.
and buy my child a seat, and my significant other a seat. I'm spending $30 right here to come out and watch wrestling. Then I'm going to spend money at the concessions. I'm probably spending $50 to come out there.
Yeah.
On a regular household, that's a lot of money coming
That
out of their
is.
pocketbook
That
to
is.
come see you.
Yes.
You owe it to, whether it's 50 fans or whether it's 500 or 5,000, you owe it to every
Every
person
one
who
of 'em.
buys a ticket to give it your best and be your best and be a professional,
Exactly.
right? And so if you're not out there putting in the work, you're not continually trained.
Yeah.
This is my 27th year in this business, all right?
Yeah.
Even if you want to say I took time off and retired for 5 years, whatever.
No,
Don't care.
matter.
Point is, I've been here for a long time.
Yes.
You're always learning. You're always trying to get better. You're always hoping to improve, because the day you stop, you might as well just quit
Yeah.
because you're not helping anybody and you're doing a disservice to the fans,
Yeah.
right? So don't tell me what you deserve. Don't tell me that you should be a champion when you haven't put in the work.
Yeah.
I hate that. That drives me crazy, because once I hear somebody say that,
Yeah.
I need to be champion, you're not going to be champion.
You're not
I'm just
gonna
going to tell you
be-
right
you're
now,
not.
you're not going to be.
Period.
Don't tell me what you need.
No.
I will let you know when it's your time
Exactly.
if I'm running a company.
Are you think about this? Well, I was 59 years old last year. Went out there. And the first time I've been, because I'd been out, I'd been out of the ring 2-3 years like that. Maybe getting older like that. It just happens to everybody.
Yeah,
59 years old.
yes.
So what did we do? We went out there. This is even me. Just for a couple of matches. What we did? We went out there and we worked. And I worked. And I worked on what I wanted to do. And I worked on what I had to do. I worked on trying to, and that's me being 59 years old, having like 2 matches.
Yep.
That's it. And if I'm out there doing that for those 2 little matches, and the only time I ever get in the ring is if I know it's going to help the the promotion. If I know it's going to help the promotion, I'll get in the ring. If not, there's no, just like the one's coming up, ain't no reason for me to be in the ring. There's no reason at all.
But here's the thing: you got guys over there, and I'm not just saying Crossroads. This is every place, every company, because you see it.
Yeah,
we see it, guys. You know what I'm talking about. You see the guys who look at somebody carrying a belt and they covet it, right?
Yeah,
and they covet it. And I always say you should want to be champion.
Well, yeah, you should want to be champion. But the thing is, you should,
because that means you're putting in the time and you can carry the company.
Exactly.
If you're made. That's the whole thing about belts. I hear a lot of times that belts aren't important. Yes, they are.
They're very important.
Because in a fan's eyes, the champion is the man.
Yes.
But if the champion looks like crap, he works like crap,
exactly,
then your whole promotion is a joke.
Yeah.
And you can't guys should not be able to carry a strap. You should not be able to carry a belt or a title or a championship, whatever term you want to use, unless they are worthy of carrying that belt and it makes your company better. Period. That's it.
Exactly. In other words, I'll tell you what. Look at it. When you're able to carry the company, when it's carrying the belts. That's easy. Throw over your shoulder and take it. We can throw belts over your shoulder and go walk in the door.
Yeah, anybody go buy one.
Anybody go buy one. When you're able to carry that company, that's when you're worthy to be a champion.
That's right.
Same thing in tag teams. When I go out there, any championship, even our smaller championship that we've got, that we got like that. You better make that. I would try if I had that championship right now, the Southern X. If I had it, I would try my best to beat whoever had the world champion. Boy, you better be good, because I'm going to make that championship. Try to make that championship mean more than you should.
Well, you should, and you should always.
You should try to make that championship right there mean as much as the other one.
Always,
You know,
but that's where
you should just.
your
Well,
work ethic
I got
has
the
to come in.
secondary belt. I guess I'm just gonna know. You got that secondary belt. You better try your best. I'll tell you one that did that, in my opinion, and one of my favorite wrestlers. The Miz took that Intercontinental Championship, if you ask me, and made it mean something. And it was dead for a while. Now I'm not going to say I couldn't even tell you. I think that Gunther guy I think's doing pretty good.
Oh, no,
But,
he's great.
You know, he's doing a good
great.
job of it like that. But I'm talking about back in the day. You go back about 5, 6, 7 years ago when he had that championship, man. You know, man, he was in your face about it.
Mhm.
He wouldn't let you know that they were trying to keep him down. You know they were.
Well,
And
the
he
Miz
was
is
like,
one of those
no.
guys who knew that my
Yeah.
mouth is going to help me succeed. And Miz is not
Yeah.
bad in the ring at all.
No, he's not.
He
He sure
he's
run
not.
that mouth.
And it keeps him relevant.
Yes.
Right? So he knows what his strength really is.
Yes.
But, dude, there are so many guys who can work circles around me.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't deny it.
Yeah.
All right, there are. There's so many guys out there who can work circles around me as far as wrestling style goes.
Yeah.
All right, they've got better wind than I have, and
Yeah.
dude, I understand that. But I'm not here to be covetous of what you can do.
No.
I'm trying to be the best at what I
Exactly
can do.
what you can do.
And what I can do better than a lot of people
Yeah.
is run my mouth,
Yeah.
get under your skin, and put butts in seats.
And I'll even tell you this right here. I mean, it's a straight shoot. If when we get Crossroads going and we get the belts like that, and we get going because we're already getting a really great start and everything else.
Yep.
If we get this thing going and we're out there and we got a lot of eyes on our product and we ain't got nobody capable of carrying that belt, guess who's going to be carrying that belt? I don't care who likes it.
But that's the thing is you have to have
You
people
will.
who can
I mean,
carry it.
you'll have to. You know?
And you should all. But here's and the flip side of that coin is you should always be trying to build people up in your company.
Exactly. 'cause
If you're going to run a company, now
my
let's just
opinion,
switch to that.
Yeah.
To the company part of it. If you're switching to a company to where we're talking about creating a promotion and hopefully a long-lasting promotion,
Yes.
then you should always be trying to develop talent and bringing talent in that can increase your value.
Yes.
Right. And like my whole deal will be able to say, all right, we're creating this company and we got a lot of guys coming in. Who is in here worthy that can do this? So I can just step back,
And I agree.
keep seeing this company grow,
Yeah.
and I can do everything from the shadows.
Yeah.
You know, and help the production part of it
Exactly.
and all that part of it, right? But that's how I see it.
Exactly.
But when you're putting out a bad product,
Yeah.
and I keep saying it and I hate saying it, but it's embarrassing,
Yeah.
is the DeWatts of the world.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Yeah.
And
One thing I'll say, we have I gotta tell you, we're down there all the time. We got a killer roster, and we do. They're young. A lot of them
Yes.
are really young. And they
They
got a
are.
lot to learn, but I mean, they have got so much potential.
well,
They
and
got
that's it.
so much potential. Every one of them.
But and again,
but I
that's on
mean,
them
It is. But it's
to
just like I
follow through
said,
with it.
and that's what I'm saying. I'm not cutting our roster at all. We got an awesome roster.
Mhm.
I love all my boys, man.
Yep.
They're awesome. I'm
September
proud of
9th
them.
is going to be a good show.
You know, it is. It's gonna be a killer show. But with that being said, you know, as we're building this thing up like that, if they're not ready, I'm not saying that because I mean everybody we got on that roster is gonna be worthy of carrying that heavyweight belt. Then they
Yes.
will be in time.
In time.
In time they will. But until they're ready, you know, if we hadn't got somebody else that like say is a senior that can go out there and carry that
Mhm.
belt, I mean, if we have to put the belt on you, they're just going to get mad.
Well,
It's going to have to because it's got to mean something.
well, your belts, your titles always have to mean
Yeah,
something.
it's got to mean something. That belt's got to mean
And
something.
the people who carry these titles can't just be trash bag wrestlers.
Oh no, and we got a couple on our roster that have already carried you know a company, carried several companies,
Oh yeah,
and they did a banging job of it.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. We're not putting. I don't want. You can't have a weak roster,
no,
right? That doesn't mean you're not trying to train people up because we do have some young
Exactly.
guys on our roster,
we do.
and over time
No, will they
They'll
be
build
ready? Oh
themselves
yeah,
up
they'll have a
to
they'll
do
definitely
stuff. I mean, but
you know
but that's one of those things too is paying your dues.
yeah
It's such a you hear it right, and you hear people say it, then you hear people who have heard the term and they throw it out there. But paying your dues is so much more than setting up a ring and tearing it down.
yeah
And then helping out that way. It's all the other things. It's putting in the time in the ring. It's the growing that you do in a ring. It's putting your skills and your lack of skills to the test and getting better because of your failures.
Yeah.
There's a lot that goes in that. I heard a guy say, young, this happened a few weeks ago, said, well, man, if I don't get paid, more than this, I ain't going. I'm like, how long you been in the business? Well, this is my second year. I'm like, you just need to shut your mouth.
Yeah, shut up and get in the ring.
I'm like, you just need ring time.
Yeah.
You need to stop worrying about getting paid because you haven't earned that.
Yeah, if you
Like,
2 years in the ring,
don't tell me what you deserve.
no.
I'll let you know when, right? Because, again, when it comes to PO and people talking about their PO, well, how come you get paid more? And I don't discuss my PO with people, right?
No.
Me and the promoter know what I get
Yeah,
paid.
exactly.
All right, I'm not discussing it with any other
No.
talent. Now, you got some of them that are nosy and have seen it because I was asked about it one day. I'm like, how did you know how much I got? Well, I just happened to see. I'm like, well, first of all, we're not the same.
No.
All right, we're not. And that's not being egotistical. I'm headlining your card.
Yeah.
You hear the reaction I get when I go out.
Exactly.
You hear how I make the fans feel. You see who's being pushed and promoted. You're doing this job over here,
Yeah.
and I'm up here. We're not.
Exactly.
It's not the same.
No, and the
And
thing
people
is,
try to say, well, we're all teammates and stuff. We are in the aspect that we're all trying to help build the company,
exactly.
but we're not all on the same level.
No, the thing
You should be wanting to be at my level.
Exactly.
And if I'm going to put in the work and
Yeah.
I'm putting in all the promotion, I'm doing promos, and I'm out there and the people are coming to see me and come to see me get my ass kicked because they hate me so much
Yeah.
because that's how I made them feel.
Yeah.
We're not the same.
No, because you think we discussed it 1,000 times too, and it's everything. Not only want to be good. I mean, you can go out there and do all the moves in the world, but if people sitting there like this and sitting on their hands and you're not getting a
Yeah.
reaction, and you come out and you're not getting a reaction, we discussed it before.
Mhm.
You had people that were down there that wrestled down there in OWO, and I'm not cutting them at all because that's their people, and they should have a following.
Yep.
And they do have a
They
following.
do.
But when you come down there, they didn't know you from Adam.
Nope.
The only way they knew you was you on that microphone telling them they sucked and everything else. And you sent it down there to Dirty made
Mhm.
sure all their people saw it. When you come out of that thing, I remember it. I saw it with my own eyes. When you came out then, people, you
Just
got the
roared.
loudest reaction of anybody.
Yeah.
Why? Because you put in the work.
That's
And they
right.
don't understand this. It's not in the rook or in the ring. It's to work on your promotions. It's work. If you know you're going to be on a show, it don't even matter if you didn't know who's going to be wrestling. It didn't matter. It did not matter. You
No.
come down there and you started laying out them promos, and you laid it on thick. We discuss it every show.
Yep.
And we're going to discuss it every show. Just start doing it.
Yeah.
Just do a promo.
Just get it
Go
out there and
Get
work.
it out there.
If you want to build your stock and increase your stock in this business,
Yes.
you got to put in the work to do it. You can't just show up
Everything.
on show day
Yeah.
and think you should be treated like everybody else is
Oh,
treated.
well, another
And
thing
that's
you
not
gotta-
going to happen.
and you should be out there. Another thing, this is a brotherhood. This is definitely a brotherhood. When you go, I understand if you're coming from a long way like that, but if you're right there in the same city, and we've had this happen before too, people get there, the show starts at 7, that they get there 6:45. What am I doing? All right, do their show and then walk back. I'm like,
Oh, I know.
why should I push you?
Well, and that's
why
the thing
should I
too.
push you?
If you're
No.
not excited to be there,
No,
and I do get some people are again, and there are different things because some guys are working all the way up till bell time. They're
Yes.
trying to rush to get there. That's a different story. But if you ain't done nothing all day long and you just being lazy and just hanging around, just doing nothing, and you don't care and you haven't pushed the show, but that's what I mean. And I don't care how you live your life. I don't care what you do,
No, I don't
but
either.
don't come into
No.
a show thinking you're equal to somebody else and you've done nothing to prove that.
Exactly. You come on there, you put on your boots and your trunks, and you go out there and you wrestle your match and you leave. As far as I've never. There's been several doing that. Now, again, I understand that. Perfect example. Y'all will be there from about 8:00 on.
Oh my God,
I
it's
can't.
been a long day.
I've got to play. I got to play Friday night at Southland Greyhound Park. Then I got to go back there Saturday night and play. I'm going to get there about 3:00, and I'll probably be able to help clear the ring down at the end of the night. And after that, I got to leave and go to work.
Well,
But I'm going to be there as much as I possibly can. This just shows me, this.
Mhm.
I went in at the Coldwater show. We went and got, y'all were already wrestling, so we went and set the ring up.
Yep.
I went up and took a skeleton crew, got the ring tore down, set up there, because we wasn't even tore down yet. We had to tear it down, put it on the trailer, take it up there. We got it set up and everything else. And then I had a 10-minute spot that did the very beginning. Then I had to go.
Yep.
I didn't even go. I don't think I even went back in the back. I think I left right there after I made my thing and made the match. I walked out the door. I had to get in the car and go to work.
Well, I know Friday night, that night, when we do all of that stuff, I'll have to go MIW. I'll work that.
Yeah.
I'll get home a little after midnight.
Yeah.
Then we'll have to be up at 6.
Yeah.
To be there at 8.
Yeah.
To put up the ring.
Yep.
To be done by 9 so they can start their event by 10.
Yep.
We'll have that show. And then when we leave there, I'll have to go to OWO. After we get done with that one, we'll have to travel to wherever the OWO show is on the night.
Yeah.
And, so it'll be, and then won't get home till probably after midnight or 1.
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to be,
Yeah. I mean,
it will be a wild 24 plus hours.
Yeah.
Right. It's going to be stupid.
Yeah.
But again, when you're in this business, you signed up for that shit.
Exactly.
You signed up for that.
Yeah.
So it's just, it's what it is.
Well, that's what we do though too. If you think about it, I mean, we always when we got up between me and Big Red, we take care of each other. We make sure we got a crew. Makes okay. Look, you got that going. Okay, look, I can do from this spot to this spot. But we take care of stuff like that. And we got a killer crew. And we got a killer roster that's like, guys, what you need me to do?
Yep.
And that's one thing I love about our roster. They're like, guys, what you need me to do?
Well,
every one of them.
And that's because they've all been taught that's what you do.
That's one thing I love about our roster, man. They're not just never just,
No,
it
it all comes back down to training and etiquette.
Yeah.
If you're going to be in this business.
Yes.
I get mad at people who just walk away afterwards. If you've got a show to make right after a show you're already on, that's different, dude.
Yeah, it is.
I get that.
Yeah. I mean, at work and something like that, or you got things to do, anything in the world. If you got something you got, I mean, I understand everybody's got life like that. I mean, if you got something, I mean, if you're just sitting around, just just go to the show, do your show, get finished, and just immediately leave like that.
Well, that's like this weekend.
You're doing. I mean, I hate to say it. We'll probably put you on the show. We're not going to push you.
Mm-mm.
We're not going to push you.
No.
You can't be pushed.
No, this weekend.
Yeah.
MIW.
Yeah.
Get home midnight. Gotta get up early. Be at Bluff.
Yeah.
Do that, and as soon as I'm done doing with the tapings, gotta rush down to Houston. Right.
Yeah.
And that's a drive.
Yeah.
So it's going to be I won't be home till about 2 or 3 a.m.
See,
Sunday morning, right? It's going to be.
You're going to hit my hours now.
It's going to be ugly. That's after going in there and wrestling Friday night, then probably 2 or 3 times Saturday morning, and then having to wrestle Saturday night again.
Yep.
So, and I'm not complaining. It's just what it's going to be.
No,
I love it.
Exactly. I mean, that's the same thing.
But you get a lot of people who will complain about it. It's like, well,
no,
this is not fair, and that's not fair. Like I tell everybody, because we're talking about PO, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And people complain about their PO. Are you selling gimmicks?
Yes.
No. Why?
Yeah.
Because you're told to.
Yeah.
Why are you not selling gimmicks? Where's your gimmick table? Well, I just really haven't got one. Then stop complaining to me that you're not making enough money, because you're not going to make a lot of money off the door.
No.
You better pick up some extra money selling gimmicks. If
Exactly.
you're not going to do it, shut the hell up.
Exactly.
I don't want to hear you.
And I agree with you. And you think about this too right now, and people understand too that they're thinking that getting a lot. But I mean, everything. Which I mean, this is a shoot too, as far as because we had this discussion. The three of us had this discussion. Everything that we're doing right now is to build the company. We don't get a PO.
No, we don't get a PO.
We don't get a PO at all. Everything we're doing is going back in that company.
All the money we're making right now.
Where you got a place to wrestle, where you got nice looking belts, you got a nice ring, you got everything else, you got a thing, to where. But I mean, all we ask is, come help. We're not asking for your money. Okay, we're just come help tear the ring down. Come help set the ring, and we do. We got a crew that does that.
We got guys who will drive from Olive Branch up here, Brian.
We do.
To come and help us if we need
do.
to. And more than happy to do it.
Man, our local guys are sitting there waiting on us.
Yep.
But we'll drive to the gym. They're sitting there waiting on us.
Yep.
So I mean, that's one thing I really. But I want. The reason I'm saying that, because I'm bragging on our organization and I'm bragging on our roster, and I wish every roster would be like that.
Well, this is why, like, you'll see a lot of these guys up at Bluff City, and there's a reason for that, because I vouch for the guys.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not putting my name on a person that I know is hard to work with, or won't listen, is not willing to learn.
Exactly.
So I brought our young guys up to Bluff City because I know that they're guys who listen.
Yeah.
They take in the information. They don't get their feelings hurt because of something like, okay, if they mess up, and they're going to mess up.
Well, yeah, everybody
does it. So, but they are willing to learn. They don't get their feelings hurt. They're trying to be better.
Yeah.
And I can go to a promoter and say, these are the guys I trust.
Yeah.
Because I know what their character is. I know who they are as a person. And I know what they're willing to do and how they're willing to learn. I won't do that for everybody. Even friends, I will not do it for.
No,
I will not, because I know
but-
you.
exactly.
And I'm not going to say,
It's-
well, Storm said, I'm not,
No.
this is what Storm told you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't,
No,
right? And I'm not going to vouch for you
no.
if I can't trust you. We
Exactly.
can still be friends, but if
No,
I
I know.
can't trust you, I am not vouching for you.
No, I know.
I'm not putting my name out there like that.
But there's people that's come and gone in this business that we had. That there's quite a few that there's a few that left, and I was glad to see them leave. There's a few, man, that left that man, I really hate they left.
Oh, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
And,
That-
and
that
there's
day.
and there's plenty of those. Like, it's breaking my heart about Brody leaving.
No,
And I don't care what
No, I
everybody's,
agree with you.
because it pisses me off what everybody says about Brody, because it's so untrue. But he's got a reputation. He's
No,
got
I
a
know.
reputation because Brody and Bruno were both guys that when something needed handled back in the day when you could do it, they sent
I
out there
know.
to handle it.
I don't
All right, you
understand.
can't do it anymore because everybody's so soft. And everybody wants to sue
Yeah,
and then
well,
cry.
well,
about it.
I will neither confirm nor deny those
Yeah,
allegations.
but the fact is that you got those things.
Yeah.
And Brody is
Yeah.
a sweetheart of a human being.
Yeah.
The dude's great. I'm glad he's my brother. I couldn't
Yeah.
be more blessed because of that. Because he's such a good dude, but he gets
Yeah.
a bad reputation. And he can be snug as hell in the ring. And if you can't take it, man, that's on you.
Yeah.
You don't like his sense of humor, that's on you, dude.
Yeah.
But it'll make him a bad guy.
No,
it
don't.
doesn't. And anybody who says so is a liar.
No, that's the same thing I say about you. Brother's a brother. Everything
Mhm.
is. Do I agree with this Texas ring? No,
Yeah.
of course not. I'm not supposed to. I'm a
Nope.
good guy. I mean, but is he a brother? Oh yeah, he's
Mhm.
a brother. Am I sad to see him go? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sad to see
And
him go.
what do I tell people all the time? You
Yeah.
got to have what to be our friend?
Yeah. Oh, you got some
Thick
thick
skin.
skin, boy. You better go. We're gonna mess with each other.
You go get messed with.
Oh yeah.
And if you can't take that and you go crying and think it's a personal attack, then it's on you, man.
yeah, that is
Stop being
on
soft.
you, man. Because it's part of being
But
a
don't go out
brotherhood.
there and start rumors and lying about people who are taking
No.
advantage of you and all this other stuff when that's
No.
not true.
No.
It's just not true.
No.
That is you twisting a narrative because either you're not tough enough to take it. Wrestling business hurts.
Yeah, it
You
does.
can't handle being stiffed. You
Yeah.
can't do this business. Then get out of it. But it makes me mad, especially now.
Yeah.
Now that he's about to leave the business, and I just think more and more of the lack of opportunity because we've
Yeah.
done a lot in a
No,
short
no,
amount
yeah.
of time. We've been a
Yeah,
tag
you
team.
have.
But what could we have done if these stupid rumors hadn't been out there and people wouldn't be so damn afraid to book us because they think they're actually trying to take liberties with nobody? I have never taken a liberty with anybody.
Mm-mm.
Brody hasn't either. And that's a fact.
No.
People can say what they want to. Now, if somebody is shooting on somebody, Brody will go out there and stop that shit
Oh yeah.
in a heartbeat, dude.
Oh
He ain't
yeah.
afraid to do it. He'll fight anybody that wants to fight him, but he ain't going out there looking for trouble.
No.
Brody's been stiff so many times. Him and Bruno used to have to work the asylum every night.
Yeah.
That's a match you had to go to freaking war.
Yeah.
99% of the wrestlers today could not handle those matches.
Oh, good lord.
They could not handle them. There's no way. No way. I've been involved in those matches, and I hated every second of it.
Oh, I
It
know.
was brutal,
I know.
but you did it,
Yeah.
right? And you don't complain about it. You
Yeah.
just go in there, you do your job. It's the wrestling business. It's supposed to be tough.
Yeah.
You can't go out here and play a tough guy
No.
and act like you're a tough guy and then go complaining because you got stiffed in the ring.
No.
It's
You
going to
can't.
happen. Stop
Yeah.
being soft. And it just makes me, and I get madder and madder now, especially ever since this weekend. Before this weekend when Brody told me what he was going to have to retire.
No.
It just makes me think of all the opportunity we could have had,
Oh no.
all the things we should be able to go out here and do and work in all these other places. But because they can't handle Brody's sense of humor, or they think that we're shooters or some other thing, we're
Yeah.
trying to take advantage or hurt people or too tight or too snug or whatever.
We talk about it all the time. There's
It's
one word.
BS.
There's one word. Get in the ring with Wraith. That's
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
gonna say. And get in the ring with Wraith and see what happens.
But here's the
You know.
thing. They couldn't
They-
handle that either.
Oh, good God.
There's no way.
There ain't no way. dude.
There's guys would be begging out like, I can't work with him no more. He's just too tight. He's too tough. Toughen up, man.
Mm.
Just toughen up.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do is toughen up.
I told you, man, probably the best match I ever had against Wraith.
It's just
I had a great match.
He's just great.
Yeah,
So
he is, man.
But he's tough
Yeah, he's
because
tough.
he was undersized and he knew he had to fight for everything.
Exactly, but man, but
That's
like
what
I said,
it is.
it was, it was up in court, man. I had, man, probably the best match I ever had, man. It was great.
Yeah.
you know.
And
Again, got a kidney stone kicked out of
That's
him,
right.
but it didn't matter.
but you knew what was coming.
I knew it was coming.
I've worked Wraith more than I've worked anybody else.
I know. I know.
And haven't regretted any match I've had with him.
No.
We've had some brutal ones.
No, no. Well, see, go back to that too. If you remember though, and I was glad I was trying to cut because I am light. I mean, the first one now, I'm pretty light. I don't do much of anything that's going to go out there. You're not going to come back. You just come back and complain about anything that I did.
Mhm.
But the thing is I'm glad because I learned from you and I learned from Ray too. You know, and you know, Ray beat the crap out of me. And I'm glad he did.
He's going to.
And I'm glad he did. The reason why I'm glad he did, because no matter what, because I mean, you're going to get different people.
Mhm.
You know, if I wrestle you, I know what to expect. If I wrestle him, I know what to expect.
Yep.
But I mean, there's some people, if you don't know, you don't know them. It's like, but you get out there and you find out real quick if they're light or if they're you know, if they're snug. And I mean, because everybody looks. I don't forget, man. Yeah, it was one of those my first night. You know, I had to wrestle like 3 times my first night. Jim Diamond.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Boy, he had a great positive. Man, his punch is so great. You know, his punch is so great, man. He just helped my head and just knocked the living crap out of me.
Yeah.
He didn't pull it.
No, he's still.
That's why it looks so good. But yeah,
Boink.
yeah. But I mean, that's exactly. You know, he was
becomes a pinball.
exactly. But you know, a good worker. You know, I didn't mind working him because, and again, because I've been okay. He works snug.
He does.
You
And
know,
that's just
his punches are snug.
that's just part of it. I'd rather you be snug than miss me by a mile.
Thank you.
But like I said, a lot of these guys couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
And so that's this kind of thing. I know we went over a little bit today. Guys,
Yeah,
we
I gotta
appreciate
get
y'all
out
tuning in. Really do.
Yep.
Thanks for another great show. Thanks for
Thank
commenting,
y'all.
making comments, and all that good stuff. Have a great Monday. We'll see you back here next week. Another edition of Heels and Faces. Till then, y'all have a safe week, guys.
Awesome.